Can the worst team in the NHL win the AHL championship? Let's find out. The Arizona Coyotes are the worst rated team in NHL 22 by a landslide. They are 80 overall. The closest to them, I believe, is Ottawa and Buffalo at an 83. So they have some work to do in that regards. But I was wondering what would happen if we threw them in the AHL. Would they be able to win the championship? I'm pretty sure this isn't an original idea, but I was looking. I don't think anyone did it for this game. So I'm going to volunteer my time to figure it out. Now, being 80 overall still puts them at the best team in the AHL, but it isn't enough to actually win the championship. Going over the roster, we have Clayton Keller, Nick Schmaltz, Phil Kessel, Christian Fischer, Barrett Hayton, Lawson CROUSE, Antoine Roussel, Ryan Dzingel, Louis Eriksson, Johan Larsson, Jay Beagle, and Alex Galchenyuk. Now defense, Chychrun is an absolute amazing defender. Kyle, this guy, Capobianco, I believe I said that right. Dyson Mayo, Shane Gostisbehere, Anton Strawman, and Ilya Lyubushkin. Can't forget about goalies, though. They have Carter Hutton, who I believe just recently retired, and then Vejmelka. After looking at that lineup, do you think that they can compete in the AHL? I mean, you'd figure they could, but I'm actually interested to see if they can. We're going to sim 3 seasons. That's what we do here. We do 3 sims to get the best results possible. I mean, probably 100 sims would be the absolute best results, but I'm not going to do that. We'll stick with 3. We put them over their AHL team, and we're under the AHL rule set and games and all that, so I believe it's less than 82 games. And we're going to see if they can win the championship. They have 3 tries. I honestly think they'll win it all 3 times, but I'm sure we'll probably be surprised by the EA simulation. So I'll see you at the end of year number 1. Kind of confused on the games played because all these teams have 68, but then I go over to the other conference and they have 75. So I don't know what's up with that. Either way, we are top of the AHL by 1 point while even playing 4 less games than the Stars. But honestly, we lost a lot. 26 losses for an NHL team in the AHL is kind of baffling to me, but also not surprising. So like we're showing that we're beatable. We're not guaranteed the championship by any means, so I'm interested to see what happens. Surprised no like 50 goal scorer. Well, I say that, but I mean, like I said, we weren't super dominant, but 36 goals for Phil Kessel, 34 assists, 70 points, leading the team. Clayton Keller with 21 goals, second on the team, 42 assists to rack up 63 points, 1 behind Schmaltz. So we played Hutton more because he's a better overall, but he played worse than Vejmelka, which actually doesn't surprise me, even though it's overalls. Carter Hutton's shorter, Vejmelka's taller. That's basically all that EA cares about in goalies. Even in Sims, it's starting to seem like it's like kind of weird, but if you're wondering on the entire league for goals, Kessel's 36 is the most by 10, and his points are also the most by 6. Cam York was the most point getter as a defenseman, may I add, that wasn't on our team, and he doesn't even have a profile picture, so that's very interesting. Does anyone know why some teams play more than others? Is that actually how it works in real life, or is that just an EA oopsie? I'm genuinely curious, because we all have 68 games, but then some of them have 76 and 72. I don't really get it, but I'm not an AHL hockey professional. Well, it wouldn't be a sim on this channel if we didn't play Vegas in some shape or form, and we're playing their AHL team right now in the first round. I am going to sim the first 3 games, and we're going to see how it goes. 3, 2, 1, bang. We take 2. Oh, ooh. This is my disclaimer that I actually don't watch the AHL, like I said, at all. So, like, this is a best of 5, I'm just realizing, and not a best of 7. So we're 1 game away from moving on, and we're going to proceed. What? I don't even know what I just said. We lost. We're pushing. That was what just happened. Not only did I mess up the pronunciation, we lost. So we're game 5, which is the equivalent of game 7 in the NHL. 3, 2, 1. We win. We're moving on. That was pretty sketchy, though. Come on, Arizona. You don't want to prove to the world that you're this bad. And now we're in best of 7 territory after the first round. All bets are off. 3, 2, 1, first 3 games. Loss, win, win. Back-to-back 2-1 wins. You'll love to see that. And the next game we take an L, so it's tied 2-2, but it's not the end of the series after this game. So we're back to best of 7s. And too bad it's not because we get the win, but choking is still a possibility. We do not choke, however, and we're moving on to the conference finals, but like we're not dominating by any means. Like it's actually pretty close. It's pretty sketchy. Hey, and then we're playing Chicago. I guess the Rockford Ice Hogs, if you want me to be super specific. But yeah, we played Vegas, and now we're playing Chicago's AHL team. We're getting our rivalries in, even in the AHL. It's unescapable. 3, 2, 1. Win, win, loss. So we're not just walking all over them either. We do get a 6-0 win in game 5 though, or game 4, excuse me. This is game 5, and it's an 8-2 win, so it's even better. And we are on to the championship. Like I said, we're probably gonna win all 3, but like, yeah, Calder Cup playoffs finale. We weren't super duper dominant in the regular season, and we're taking a lot of losses in the playoffs. So like, anything's realistically possible. But 3, 2, 1, we take a loss in game 1, but we bounce back with 2 wins. I think we're in good position. Yeah, we are 1 win away from the Calder Cup, and we're not gonna get it then. There's still choke potential. Man, I can't, well, actually, I can't believe that we're losing all these games. And it's game 7. Hold the phone. We didn't even win yet. I'm getting too excited. I always do this. Stanley Cup or the Calder Cup, I get a little too excited, and things start to get blown out of the water. It's game 7. Do I fancy sim? Nah, it's the first year. I believe in Arizona. Do you believe in Arizona? Probably not. 3, 2, 1. They do it. They barely do it. They just do it. Game 7 of the finals, and they win 4-1 to just barely win the Calder Cup. It's actually pretty funny to me. Calder Cup MVP Ryan Dzingel, 12 goals, tied for most on the team, and then 8 assists for 20 points. Lawson CROUSE also 12 goals. Where's, okay, Phil Kessel at 9. CLAYTON KELLER not doing the best, but you can't ask for him to do everything all the time. Interesting stat lines. What are our goalies saying? Well, Vejmelka was not good at all. I guess our height theory might not be working out, but Carter Hutton gets the job done when he needs to. Good enough. Actually, really good goals against average, honestly. I'm going to do 2 more seasons just so we get a baseline, and I actually want to see if they can three-peat. It's the closest we'll ever get to a three-peat is Arizona in the AHL. I'm honestly not even convinced that they can do it, so I will see you at the end of year number 2. Year number 2, we do a slightly better with 98 points. We are on top of our conference. I guess our division in general, because everyone else plays way more games than us, and I still don't get it. I would love the explanation. I'm sure it makes sense, but kind of confused. Either way, 98 points. The closest to us was 77. Phil Kessel, once again, absolutely poning the noobs in the AHL, just going off, probably enjoying a hot dog on the bench at the same time, like the absolute boss that he is. 34 goals, 43 assists, 77 points, 69 nice points for Keller. Love to see it. And him and CROUSE were tied for 24 goals, with Schmaltz getting 22. Pretty good stats all around. Goaltending, Carter Hutton, love it. Great goals against average, pretty good save percentage. Vejmelka, kind of just meh. I guess I'll have to take back what I said about the height thing. I guess the overall kind of does matter, which it should, let's be honest. Height shouldn't be the only thing that matters. I also think looking at the entire league for this is cool just to see, and Phil Kessel was not the leading goal scorer this time. Riley Barber, 35 goals. We have the Canucks in the first round this time around in the playoffs. We're going back to back to back. We're triple crowning this AHL championship. I don't even care. We're up 2-1. I keep forgetting the first round's a best of 5, so I'm getting a little too confident early. We're going to game 5. Okay. I'm going to stop talking. Every time I say something, every time I try to be confident, I get slapped in the face. 7-1 loss. Arizona, I thought you were better than this. I mean, to be fair, that's asking a lot from you, but can you beat the Canucks? They can. We don't choke. I kind of want to see it. I'm not going to lie. It would be hilarious. But I also want, if we can't three-peat in the AHL with Arizona, three-peats just don't exist in this game. Unless you're like putting all 99 overalls, and I'm sure you can three-peat that way, but it's not what we want. Baker. Easy dubs. The Condors ain't got nothing on us. We sweep them. That's what I'm talking about. These are the true Arizona Coyotes. They're popping. We got the Griffins in the conference finals, though. I feel like we should be fine. Win, loss, win. Yeah, we're fine. We're not going to choke this. Overtime win 2-1, and back to the Calder Trophy finals. The cup is the correct term. The Calder Trophy is the Rookie of the Year award. So we got Philadelphia's AHL team. They are 11-6. We are 11-3. We are prepared to beat them. Even though Philadelphia screwed us over last video, their actual team, we're going to screw over their AHL team. Oh no, we're down 2-1. I said we're going to screw over Philadelphia. Come on, give us that dub. 1-0. I mean, we'll take it. It is tied 2-2 now in the series. Man, only one. That must be like crazy scary though. Imagine only winning 1-0 in a playoff game. In the finals, we lose game 5. We are on the brink of elimination. And what does this tell you? What does this tell you? If you're an Arizona fan watching this, how does this make you feel? That EA Sports thinks you're not even good enough to consistently win the AHL trophy. Cup. Sorry, it's not a trophy, it's a cup. We are going to Game 7. I mean, it's potato, right? Either way, Game 7, final game of the season. We have one more season after this, but the Arizona Coyotes are either back-to-back champions or disappointment to everyone in the hockey universe. And they are disappointments because they lose to the Lehigh Valley Phantoms, and the three-peat dreams in every single way are dead. They're just dead. I'd be lying if I said I was surprised. I did say I thought they were going to win all three, but that was just my wanting. It just doesn't work that way, I guess. Phil Kessel, 10 goals, 12 assists, 22 points. The closest for goals was 6 with Keller and Gostisbehere. It's kind of comical, isn't it? I find it kind of hilarious. Holy Vegemelka, why did I ever say that you were doing good? So all you've done since then is be bad. And Carter Hutton wasn't bad, but not really good. Not good enough, clearly. And this is why we sim. You might think, of course, the worst NHL teams are winning the AHL trophy. Don't keep calling it a trophy. Well, you know what I mean. Either way, they did, at least in the first sim, so shout out to them, but they can't consistently do it, which is kind of wild. And now, the third and final season is the tiebreaker. Can they actually deserve it? Or are they going to lose 2 out of 3? And in which case, I will say they can't win it, even though they technically won it, but they don't deserve it. If they can't win 2 out of 3, they definitely don't deserve it. In the third and final season, we do worse than the second season, but better than the first one. With 96 points, Clayton Keller, top of the team for points with 72. Love to see it. Kessel will always be goal leader because he's Phil Kessel. You can't beat him. You can't stop him. Goalie-wise, Carter Hutton actually playing worse than Vegemelka this time. Vegemelka finally bounces back with some pretty good stats. One more shutout for Hutton, but a little bit worse save percentage and goals against average. We did, in fact, finish on the top of the AHL, even though we played less games. I don't know where they're getting these games played stats. Like I said, if you have any idea what's going on, let me know. I'm just going to keep bringing it up because it doesn't make any sense to me. We are playing the Gulls in round number 1. Gotta remember, best of 5 series, so these 3 games could actually end the series, theoretically. 3-2-1. Ooh, we're 1 game away from absolute embarrassment. I didn't think Arizona could embarrass themselves anymore, but in an NHL 22 sim is the last place to do it, I guess. And they do it! It's done! Stop it! GG! They're done in the first round. Imagine they lose game 7 in the first series. I don't think I would have ever... I would be rolling on the floor laughing right now. I think it's still pretty funny to me. Oh my. You're gonna get knocked out in the first round, and when you're getting carried by Louis Eriksson, I mean, I guess that's why they lost, but man, 1 of 3? Terrible. And speaking of terrible, Carter Hutton did not perform well. But in his defense, wasn't the last loss 1-0? Yeah, so what's he's going to do? Score a goal? It's not usually how it works. And I believe we're done. So can the Arizona Coyotes win the Calder Cup? The answer is yes, but like not really. Like, did they just get really lucky? Or did they get really unlucky in 2 seasons? That first round loss is telling of a lot, I think. I think they really just got lucky that they won the first year. But the answer is yes, they did win, therefore they can win, but not consistently, which is very interesting to know. I might do this with Buffalo and Ottawa now just to see if they win consistently. I'm actually curious, so might have to do that at some point. But for now, we are done here. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.